As Vivek mentioned in an earlier lecture, Agile was created because of the pitfalls and downfalls of a traditional waterfall methodology. You see, with waterfall, there's various phases, and you can't move to the next phase until that previous phase is complete. And once you've moved past a phase, it's very difficult to go back to a previous phase. So for waterfall, you need to identify all the requirements up front. Then you need to model and analyze all those requirements. Then you need to develop some type of solution that meets those requirements. Then you go through the testing and move to production phases. But if you're already in the development or testing and you identify some changes, to go back, it takes a lot of work for that team to go back to requirements and push that as a separate piece through that waterfall process. As well, because of having to do those things step by step by step, the value isn't delivered to the end user and to the customer until the end of the process. And so it causes a lot of problem. As well with waterfall, it's a much longer period to deliver any type of value or gain any feedback from the users or the customer that have ultimately asked for this solution. Because you have to gather all the requirements, go through design, development, and testing, that is months, sometimes years, to actually receive some type of solution that may or may not meet that business need. Agile was created to help solve those problems. The number one thing that Agile does is it allows you to deliver that value in smaller increments to the customer. Not only does the customer or that end user get to start utilizing that solution and seeing that value, but also they get to give you feedback. They really like it, or they don't really like it, or this should be adjusted, or the business has changed and now we said this, but it needs to really be this now. Agile allows you to do that. You deliver that little bit of value, you gain that critical feedback that will change and adjust the way you move forward on your project, and it really helps to solve a lot of those problems before they become big problems. And because Agile is more of an iterative process, the project team is actually able to get feedback on their performance as well. The project team can understand what they could do differently and what they could adjust to make them even more successful and make their solution even more successful.